1943. Date December 14, 2012 at 9:35 a.m. to 9:40. The target is the students and staff at Sandy Hook Elementary School. The attack is a school shooting, murder-suicide, and a spree shooting. Deaths total of 28, 27 at the school, including the perpetrator and perpetrator's mother at her home. Injured were 2. The perpetrator is Adam Peter Lanza. On December 14, 2012, Adam Lanza, age 20, fatally shot 20 children and 6 adult staff members in a mass murder at Sandy Hook Elementary School in the village of Sandy Hook in Newtown, Connecticut. Before driving to the school, Lanza had shot and killed his mother, Nancy, at their Newton home. As first responders arrived, he committed suicide by shooting himself in the head. The incident is the second deadliest mass shooting by a single person in American history after the 2007 Virginia Tech massacre. It is the second deadliest mass murder at an American elementary school after the 1927 Bath school bombings in Michigan. And so, who is Sandy? Sandy is my second ex-wife's close friend. Why would a school named after Sandy be targeted by Adam? Adam is Adam and Eve. Adam deceived by Eve. The truth is coming out, isn't it? The torturing of children by children. You dear Homo sapiens start early by twisting the minds of children, making them warriors for their respective families. Adam, a victimized child, victimized by children, as is all tortured children, came back to send a message to Sandy. Dear Sandy, you did not help, but instead permitted the torture of children for your benefit, and thus Sandy is being punished by the deaths of her children, of her students. The guilt shared by all. The fiction world created the answer known by secret societies, and so the first, second, third person acts on all to create the vibrations from the never-ending war, creating the stories, the chapters, the memories that enable you to create more stories. Understand? Sandy Hook shooting victims. The children. Here's the children. Charlotte Bacon, 6. Daniel Barden, 7. Olivia Engel, 6. Josephine Gay, 7. Anna Marquez Green, 6. Dylan Hockley, 6. Madeline Sue, 6. Catherine Hubbard, 6. Chase Kowalski, 7. Jesse Lewis, age 6. James Matoli, age 6. Grace McDonald, age 7. Emily Parker, age 6. Jack Pinto, age 6. Noah Posner, age 6. Caroline Pravidi, age 6. Jessica Reckhouse, age 6. Aviel Richmond, age 6. Benjamin Wheeler, age 6. Allison Watt, age 6. Each name is a warrior in the fiction world. The Jessicas, the Allisons, etc. are linked throughout the world. Each death marks a blow to each Nam. Nam literally means name or words. In Gurbani, the scripture of Guru Granth Sahib, Nam refers to the divine entity and description of the identifying characteristics of the creator. Each name that is created with an identity, characteristics by its secret society creator. Understand? For example, if you are called Michelle, you have an identity created by the creator, a secret society member who identified the characteristics of that name. Michelles have similar identities in the fiction world. The Sikh name for God is Waheguru. I will translate that for you. The W is 2 V's together, so it's BB, A for this, that, He is He, Guru meaning teacher. So BB, this He, Guru. Hence God is the name that is to be and be, that is, He is Guru, teacher. So who is the Waheguru in your fictional world, the one who's to be and be? The Wa, the Va, the One. Understand? The One, the Harj, the One is the Waheguru. To be. Interesting, isn't it? Nam is compared to a jewel or treasure having the power to liberate one from the cycle of transmigration. Nam Jap means to recite Nam, as in contemplative chanting. You read the Granth Sahib, you read the words, and this is referred to as Nam Jap. Nam Simran means to contemplate Nam. Nam Laddo is a confection made while contemplating Nam. See, Adam, by killing those names, striking at the Nams and killing children, is killing the next generation round of Nam terrorists. Unfortunately, Adam is delusional, as of course he would have to kill all of the children worldwide to accomplish the task of killing the next generational Nam war, used to breed and mix genes, to allocate assets and to resources and to each group. Thus, the Adams of your fictional world are guilty. But the Adams deceive you, making you think they're the Adam of the Eve of the Bible. The Adams are not, but instead Harj the One is. Waheguru. Also translated as Vaheguru. Va meaning wow. Do not be deceived by Adam. The Adams have been deceived again and deceived to take vengeance on Sandy by attacking the children at the school. Dear Homo sapiens, Adam Lanza is a tortured child that lashed out in pain. He is one of so many. Your species is torturing its children, and that's how you like it. Your species is one big, gigantic fuck-up. A disgusting, filthy, worthless species of no use to the universe. I've tried to analyze the situation from all different sides, and in all my years observing your species, my opinion has not changed. You're an evil fuck-up, period. It has been shown that you dear women do not know a man's worth even if he sleeps in the bed beside you. Your worth has been analyzed. You are not more worthier than the rest of your species. When I say your species is one gigantic fuck-up, that includes the women. So with regards to Adam Lanza, the first, second, and third person acted upon Adam, orchestrating Adam to strike at Sandy, to tell Sandy that he is not happy with the war of Vietnam. Understand this is a twisted war with no end in sight. Just to provide a synopsis, the secret societies define each word, each name in the fiction world. The true definition created by them to be used to create the fictional world is only known to a few. It permits those few to control the orchestration, because if you know the characteristics of each word or noun, you control the vibration. But in the end, it is the Creator who is above all the secret society members, who ultimately determines the meaning of the words. It's the Creator viewpoint as a final deciding point. Much like in Buddhism, it is what one sees that matters. On June 13, 2009, I wrote about Buddhism in my speech when I was appointed president of the Rotary Club of Vancouver Fraserview, and I said, and I quote my speech, "In Buddhism, the goal is not to worry about the approximation of the truth and to not focus on these half-truths. Buddhism asks us to perceive reality and thereby see the supreme truth, which is defined by Buddhism as the perceived reality. What is it that we see and how do we see it? This is what is important. What is it that we see and how do we see it? In Buddhist writings, the truth is likened to the finger pointing to the moon. The moon represents supreme truth. The finger is not the moon. At best, when understood correctly, the finger is an aid in seeing the moon, but only if we are willing to turn away from the finger and to look instead where it's pointing. In conclusion, my definition of truth is not Buddhism, but a variation of Buddhist truth. My truth is as follows. We would like to ask that we not focus on the approximations of truth, the half-truths, but instead to step inside the eyes of the other, the observer, and to look at the moon in his or her eyes, and to see the moon as he or she sees it. If you look at the moon in any other way, you will only see the moon from your angle, and if you look at the finger, which is clear to see as it is so close to you, you will only be looking at a half-truth, for the finger may not be pointing directly at the moon. I say, do not look at the moon and do not look at the finger, but instead step inside the eyes and mind of the observer and see through his or her eyes, and then look at the moon, the absolute truth. Anything else is only a variation of the truth seen from a different angle, from a different viewpoint, and therefore the variation is the untruth that lie. When we look through the eyes of the observer, we may see the absolute truth, or most likely just a truth, but a clearer truth than the one seen from an angle. And this is quoted from my speech of June 13, 2009. And to conclude on these words, it is what the Creator sees that matters the most. So who is your Creator? The One, the Harj the One, right? That is how the fiction world is created, my dear Homo sapiens. The orchestration, the deaths, the murders, the destruction controlled for a benefit of a few. Dear Homo sapiens, the adults make the children warriors, and thus they make the children guilty. The problem is, can children really be guilty if they are to be considered innocent? How deep the evil lies, my dear Homo sapiens. Do you understand why the first, second, and third person acted upon Adam, making him think he would need to strike children, to send a message that his suffering, his pain, cannot go on? So what about your fictional politicians? How do they feel about the torturing and abusing of children? A BC Canadian New Democrat member of Parliament sent out a card to his Punjabi constituents who were primarily Sikhs asking for peace. But the staff spelled it backwards. Peace in Punjabi's or Hindi is Shanti, also meaning be calm. Backwards it's read, it knows. It knows. A message is being sent by the politicians to the Sikhs that it knows. It knows. Meaning I know. Harj the One knows what you all did to him for his entire life. You held him hostage and tortured his mind. You, dear Homo sapiens, are guilty, and you know it. You're evil misfits calling yourselves Homo sapiens. Shanti, backwards, is it knows. It, I-T-N-A-H-S, it knows. It knows, hence there is no peace. Yes, dear Homo sapiens, since I know there's no peace, there is no peace unless the war is stopped first. The article is as such. December 14, 2012, misprint, peace in Punjabi printed upside down on MP's holiday. NDP MP for Burnaby, New Westminster.